Alaska. It's America's last frontier. It's wild, exciting, and one of the world's most popular cruise tour destinations. Over land and sea, its raw beauty is breathtaking. The first world tribes of Alaska, with their unique cultures, are exciting and interesting. At the heart of Alaska is Denali, with its abundant wildlife and gargantuan Mount McKinley. There are many ways to experience an Alaskan cruise. At the top of the very good list are a handful of companies who claim to have the best programs. Quite frankly, we are one of them. And in the next few minutes, we're going to tell you why 99% of our clients come back from their Alaska experience as happy campers. At the very least, by the time you get done watching our video, you'll be familiar with the primary cities, tours, and experiences available to you in Alaska. Let's face it, the choices are many. They can be costly and often limited in capacity. So what is it that makes our program better than all the others? The answer starts right here in Alexandria, Virginia, at the Discover Alaska corporate headquarters. We are the nation's oldest, largest, and most reliable cruise tour company to Alaska. Our team of professional cruise tour specialists have been to this great land. They have experienced the good and lived through the bad. They know what the best choices are, and together each year design the absolute best program available. Discover Alaska has one and only one mission: making your total Alaska experience the best it can possibly be. When you have a question or concern, just give us a call. There is always an experienced Alaska cruise tour specialist here to help you. Once on your trip, there's always a Discover Alaska tour manager, host, or guide nearby to assure a smooth trip and assist you if needed. Other companies may show you pictures in slide presentations or generic cruise line videos. Discover Alaska invites you to take a virtual adventure to evaluate our actual program. We want you to know exactly how our program works. Each day, each tour, each extra meal that Discover Alaska has included. When you arrive at the airport in Vancouver, you will also arrive at your hotel. The fact that you have gotten this far testifies to the fact that you have a valid passport. Additionally, the cruise lines require you to hold a passport that expires no less than 6 months from your sailing date. No exceptions. It's been a long trip, but not to worry. Today you'll be checking into the world's most luxurious airport hotel. The Vancouver Fairmont Hotel will be your home for the next 2 nights. The Fairmont is the only airport hotel on Condé Nast Traveler's Top 100 Gold list. After checking in, be sure to locate the Discover Alaska desk and meet your tour manager. They will help you get acquainted with the hotel and answer any questions you may have. Be sure to enjoy the hotel and its many amenities. You can energize in the fully equipped health club, take a refreshing dip in the pool, or indulge yourself in the spa. Be sure to get a good night's sleep, because tomorrow your adventure begins, and you won't want to miss a thing. Today you are bound for Victoria. You will board a first-class motor coach and take the short journey just a few miles away to the ferry. Your driver guide will lead you through the day.
Right up the coast to Alaska.
The 90-minute ferry is an adventure in itself. Take a comfortable seat inside or venture outside and enjoy the beautiful island communities, coastlines, and wildlife as they drift by. After arrival at Vancouver Island, your motor coach will take you to both Victoria and Butchart Gardens. Today our coach is scheduled to visit Butchart Gardens first, and we arrive just a few minutes after leaving the ferry. The maps are free, And so are you to explore these beautiful treasures. Highlights are the sunken gardens created in and around the estate's rock quarry. The Rose Garden is always popular, and the Oriental Garden is a hit with all who visit. Be sure to bring your camera today, as there will be many opportunities to use it. There's plenty of time for you to visit the gardens and do a bit of shopping. If you're hungry, there'll be opportunities to purchase an early lunch.
You see the people down
Also
the
on today's
seawall over
itinerary is a visit to the world-renowned city of Victoria. Voted one of the world's best cities year after year by Condé Nast, this city offers many adventures. Victoria's unique character is rooted in its 150-year British colonial history. With so many dining choices, it's easy to understand why Discover Alaska has left this decision up to you. Explore the street art and performing artists. Enjoy Antique Row and other shops in the nooks and crannies of Fantan Alley. Take a carriage ride, or have refreshments in Bastion Square overlooking the inner harbor. It's all up to you, but whatever you do, we're sure you'll enjoy your visit to charming Victoria. As the day grows to an end, your tour will make the journey back to the BC Ferry for your return trip to Vancouver. It'll be around 9 p.m. when you return, so be sure to get something to eat while aboard the ferry. This will allow you to get back to your room and prepare for tomorrow's adventures. Today, you will be enjoying a half-day tour of Vancouver. For years, Condé Nast Traveler magazine voted Vancouver the best city in the Americas at their annual Reader's Choice Awards. Enjoy a short drive through the downtown district, including Chinatown. It's the largest in the Americas. If your driver times your visit to the city's Old Town just right, you may see the famous steam-powered clock announce the current time in a way only it can do. Explore Queen Elizabeth Park with its gardens and bronze statues. Then it's on to Stanley Park in the Bay. Enjoy the totem poles up close and learn about their special meanings. Just across the bay, your ship is waiting, but it's not time to board yet. There's more to see. Each stop has been planned for its special sights and visions into this wonderful and exciting city. The highlight of the day's tour is a stop for a breathtaking view of Lions Gate Bridge and the entrance to the beginning of the 1,100-mile Inside Passage. Your last stop in Vancouver is Canada Place, where you will embark on your fabulous deluxe cruise ship. You will be just in time for lunch.
We've been waiting for you!
Get settled in and explore the ship. It'll be your home for the next 8 days and 7 nights. This evening you will leave Vancouver bound for the Inside Passage of Alaska. Your memories of Victoria, Bouchard Gardens, the ferry, and so many other experiences will be with you forever. Many other travelers fly in the day the cruise departs. Just think what they've missed already. They should have booked with Discover Alaska. Now the beauty begins. As you enter the 1,100-mile Inside Passage, you will enjoy an amazing abundance of wildlife set against the backdrop of majestic wilderness. Your journey will take you between the mountains and barrier islands, where the water remains smooth and calm. There's plenty of time to enjoy the views, but you won't want to miss out on the onboard fun. Explore and learn your way around the ship today. From the grand public spaces filled with art and antiques, to intimate and elegant staterooms, comfort abounds. This ship was built for you to experience the Alaska that's truly authentic and wild. There's also a daily newsletter delivered to your room each morning that's jammed full of daily activities for you to enjoy. Whichever cabin category you choose, the twin beds can be used as separate beds or combined to make a queen. Which side of the ship is better? In Alaska's Inside Passage, you have land on both sides, so they're both better. There's always something to do while on board your ship, even if it's nothing at all. Each evening you can sit back and enjoy the fabulous floor shows and live entertainment. Or for more energetic activity, take a spin around the dance floor, or try your luck in the casino. You'll find the shopping on board an adventure, from souvenirs to designer clothes, even jewelry. And there's no tax. It's all duty-free. No cruise would be complete without food, yours for the choosing, all included in Discover Alaska's package price. Dining aboard is always an experience. The elegance and grandeur of the main dining room is surpassed only by the service, and of course, the food. Enjoy the best food and menus afloat. There's even a late-night buffet. For those with special dietary requests, the kitchen is more than happy to help. The menu even includes meals recommended by the American Heart Association. Ketchikan is known as Alaska's first city because it's the first stop on the northbound voyage. Originally settled by First Nation Tlingit and Haida Indians, it's now one of Alaska's thriving towns and the salmon, lumber, and totem pole capital of Alaska. The best selection of totem poles in the area is at Totem Bite Park, and Discover Alaska has made arrangements for you to visit this historic and interesting location. It was a former Indian campsite and is located in the Tongass National Forest. As you make the short walk to the campsite, your guide will stop occasionally to answer questions and reveal some of the secrets this northern rainforest holds close.
She said, I'll put a stipulation on it though. The salmon will only return once a year. So, there you have it. There's the creation of salmon.
That was good.
Once at the site, your guide will explain the legends and stories of the totem pole. You'll also explore the authentic ceremonial clan house, where mystical rituals were performed and where their culture was passed on from one generation to the next. Your half-day tour still allows you plenty of time to explore some of Ketchikan's other engaging sights and activities. At the heart of town is Creek Street, literally built over a creek on pilings, trestles, and docks. This historic district was formerly known as the Line, Alaska's most notorious red light district. Be sure to visit Creek Street's most famous sporting house, Dolly's. Her house has now been turned into a museum featuring period furnishings. A dolly is always available for, pictures, of course. Now, the buildings have been converted to shops, galleries, and cafes. Depending on your sailing, you may be able to see thousands of salmon swimming up the creek. It is truly a magnificent sight that you will not soon forget. There are also live demonstrations where you're welcome to watch and ask questions. That's the signal that reminds us it's time to get back to the ship. As you leave the first port in Alaska, your expedition through this wonderland of natural splendor and native charms has just begun. Ahead, there are more wonders waiting, both great and small. Today we visit Icy Strait Point, which is the oldest wilderness port in Alaska. This remote outpost is the only port with no pier to accommodate cruise ships, so you'll go ashore aboard a smaller boat. It's also the only day in the entire program without an included tour. There are so many choices, we'll let you decide. You can tour the century-old salmon cannery, visit the Cultural Heritage Center, and talk with the friendly Tlingit natives, whose history can be traced as far back as the latest ice age. Here, the elders tell stories, and native Tlingit dancers perform ancient dances. No matter how you choose to enjoy Icy Strait Point, it promises to be a memorable wilderness experience on your exciting Alaskan adventure. Juneau was once one of the most productive gold mining areas in the world. As you dock, you can't miss the remains of the A.J. Mining Company mill on the hillside. It's the most visible reminder of the 1890s gold rush that created Juneau and changed the fate of Alaska forever. You'll also notice a few high-rise buildings. They're the federal and state buildings that serve this capital city of Alaska. The most remarkable sight in the area is Mendenhall Glacier, and it's one of your 2 stops on today's included tour. You can see the face of the world's only drive-in glacier from the U.S. Forest Service Observation Center. It measures 1.5 miles wide and 200 feet tall. With all the glacier ice out there, it's a bit cooler than in town, so be sure to wear layered clothing. You'll have plenty of time for a closer look if you like, by following the short trail down to the water's edge. Inside the visitor center, you'll learn how glaciers are made and just what makes the blue ice unique. Another stop on today's included tour is a local fish hatchery. Here your guide will explain the process of raising healthy and productive fish and how the hatchery replenishes the Alaska waters with them. This tour ends in the salmon tasting room. It doesn't get any fresher than this. Here you'll have a chance to purchase salmon and other fine fish delicacies. Discover Alaska has provided this half-day tour for you to enjoy, but you still have plenty of time left for shopping, fishing, or other optional tours offered exclusively to Discover Alaska travelers. Juneau is a delightful town. There's plenty of First Nation art in the form of jewelry, carvings, and statues made by local natives. You won't want to miss one of the oldest and most famous watering holes in town, the Red Dog Saloon. It still features the original bar, and the staff wears period attire. After a day on the move, the Red Dog is a great place to meet up with your new friends for a cool drink before returning to the ship. Skagway. This frontier town will take you back to the old gold rush days with its false-fronted buildings and wooden boardwalks perfectly preserved in the tradition of the Klondike Gold Rush. Known as the beginning of the Trail of 98 and gateway to the gold fields, Skagway will take you back over 100 years to a time long gone by. Your included sightseeing tour will take you through town to the Gold Rush Cemetery, where locals like the notorious Soapy Smith are buried. Then enjoy a scenic drive to the Skagway Overlook for a breathtaking view of your ship below and a vast panorama of Skagway sitting at the head of the Lynn Canal. Be sure to visit the Red Onion Saloon with its honky-tonk piano and costume barmaids, or visit the Old Time Theater and learn the history of Soapy Smith, Alaska's notorious and most colorful outlaw. There'll be plenty of time for optional tours, so be sure to check them out on our website, discoveralaska.biz. Today's the day to bring out the binoculars and cameras, because from the iceberg surrounding you to the face of the glacier to the sky above, there's a lot to look at and to watch for. Seals, porpoises, orcas, humpback whales, as well as otters, can be spotted swimming in the icy waters. A naturalist aboard will provide you with information on animal sightings and other items of interest. As you approach massive Hubbard Glacier, you may see seals tending to their new pups and sunning themselves on the blue-laced icebergs. A glacier is a river of super-packed snow and ice, moving by the force of gravity too slowly to see. You may witness a calving. That's when this gargantuan glacier drops a huge piece of itself into the sea to become another one of the many floating icebergs. Hubbard Glacier ranges from 30 to 40 stories tall and nearly 6 miles wide. It's the longest valley glacier on the Earth, measuring more. Today at Seward, you will disembark after breakfast aboard ship. Discover Alaska will begin your Alaska Interior Tour in this quaint little town, which was the southern terminus of the Alaska Railroad in olden days, and is famous in Alaska for its 4th of July celebration that features a grueling foot race to the top of the 3,000-foot Mount Marathon. Originating from an argument between two local residents, it has grown to host more than 2,000 racers each year. From Seward, you will begin a picturesque 3-hour tour that takes you along the new Seward Highway, crossing Moose Pass and along Turn Again Arm en route to Anchorage. Today, Discover Alaska has arranged an extensive tour of Anchorage. Included in your tour is a visit to Lake Hood, the world's largest floatplane airport. This portion of your tour includes an exclusive visit to one of the hangars for a really close-up view. Your Anchorage tour also includes a visit to the Alaska Native Heritage Center, where you'll learn about the rich heritage of Alaska's 11 cultural groups, the lifeways of long ago, the wisdom of the elders, and the traditions that endure today. An excellent family-style lunch is included at the Sourdough Mining Company, a favorite spot for Anchorage residents. By providing many of your meals at local restaurants rather than the hotels, Discover Alaska helps you to experience the real Alaska, just like the locals. After the tour, you'll check into the first-class downtown Sheraton Hotel. This elegant property is world-famous for its jade staircase. Dinner this evening is at another favorite local restaurant, the Snow Goose Restaurant and Sleeping Lady Brewing Company, with stunning views of the water and the mountains. Don't worry about the check. Remember, it's on Discover Alaska. We've chosen the Sheraton because of clean and spacious rooms, excellent service, and its convenient location. But be sure to get a good night's sleep, for tomorrow we'll be headed north into the heart of Alaska. After an early breakfast at the hotel, you'll hear the call, "All aboard!" But it won't be back on ship. It's on the famous Alaska Railroad. Your 7 to 8 hour train trip will fly by on this elegant 2-level transport. The domed sightseeing cars and open-air observation decks allow you to enjoy all the wild beauty of Alaska's interior. A guide in each car will narrate the trip to make sure you don't miss a thing. The comfortable club car seating, plush carpet, and polished brass surround you in luxury. The opulence extends downstairs to the deluxe dining area, where we've again arranged for your lunch in elegant style. Every gourmet meal is served on china and fine tablecloths, and is prepared to order in the kitchens located right on the train. Outside, the Alaska wilderness glides by in all of her magnificent beauty.
What do you see out there?
Oh, Mount McKinley. It's right over there. Point where I point, right over there. This is cool. That's a good shot too, look at that.
Occasionally, your train will slow, then move to a side track and stop to allow a southbound train to pass.
I saw an otter sitting on a log. Oh, we saw a bear and an otter.
All along the way, sightings of wildlife and countless breathtaking views keep everyone glued to the windows. When you arrive at Denali National Park, you'll be escorted to the Grand Denali Lodge. The rooms here are spacious and the views are absolutely breathtaking. You'll have time to relax and enjoy the scenery before dinner. You won't want to miss the feature event of the evening, Cabin Night. Though many do, this limited seating home-style dinner and show often sells out.
So if you're looking for a quiet evening, you're in the wrong place.
But not for you. The rollicking show features the talented waiters and waitresses as the entertainment and promises fun for all that attend. And you guessed it, it's all part of our program. Without it, you wouldn't get the total Alaska experience.
Alaska calls my name. Alaska.
Today is a big day, so be sure to eat a good breakfast, as we've arranged for you to embark on a 4 to 5 hour natural history tour to Denali National Park, where you will learn about this incredible park. Keep watch for moose, caribou, sheep, wolves, and the elusive brown bear. For an additional $50 per person, you can choose the optional 7-hour tour, which goes much farther into the park, for additional opportunities to see and photograph the wildlife. This trip into America's greatest wildlife preserve can be a photographer's paradise. After the tour, Discover Alaska will take you to another popular local eatery, the Prospector's Historic Ale House. But don't worry about the check. Remember, it's on Discover Alaska. A luxury motor coach will take you to Fairbanks, with an interesting stop along the way at Nenana. This little town is famous for its Ice Classic Lottery. To guess the day, hour, and minute the ice breaks on the Tanana River in the spring. The last jackpot was over $250,000. We'll also visit the railroad depot, which was completed in 1923. The depot, still in use, now houses the Alaska State Railroad Museum. Discover Alaska includes a guide on each motor coach, in addition to the driver, to ensure you the finest experience. In addition to the interesting stop at Nenana, the motor coach can also stop for wildlife sightings, something just not possible on the train. Again, Discover Alaska gives you the best of all worlds. On arrival in Fairbanks, you'll check into the fabulous Wedgwood Resort with its own extensive wildlife preserve and hiking trails. After check-in, you will enjoy dinner at this outstanding resort, included by Discover Alaska, of course. Today, you'll explore the many wonders that surround the second largest city in Alaska, Fairbanks. After breakfast at the resort, you'll have the opportunity to see a portion of the famous Alaska Pipeline. Then it's off to visit the historic gold camp at Dredge Number 8. It's one of the highlights of the region's colorful past. Your guide will explain the gold mining process. After learning how modern-day equipment is used, you will have a chance to pan for gold the old-fashioned way. After a short demonstration, it's your turn. By the way, everything you find is yours to keep.
I got my gold!
Next, we take you to Fairbanks' #1 restaurant, where again Discover Alaska has paid the bill. After lunch and a short ride across town, it's back to the water. But this time, you'll be on a paddle boat. Travel back in time to the days of riverboats as you board the last of the sternwheelers. You'll explore the Chena and Tanana rivers. As we travel upriver, you'll pass by local inhabitants and learn about their everyday lifestyles in this unique territory. Along the way, you'll visit a sled dog training camp. Here, the dogs train year-round for the famed Iditarod dog sled race, which is an annual competition that travels over 1,000 miles from Anchorage to Nome. You have the best seat in the house as you watch them run. Think they're not having fun? After the run, it's time to cool off. Last one in's a dirty dog. As you continue downriver, and while sampling some of the best salmon dip this side of New York City, your journey will end at an Athabascan Indian village. You can get up close to the dogs and see demonstrations of everything from drying salmon to tanning hides. The riverboat adventure is a wonderful experience, but your day isn't finished yet. We've arranged for a fun-filled evening as we want you to leave Fairbanks on a playful note. So your next stop will be Pioneer Park. Now we know all this is making you hungry, so we've included an authentic Alaskan salmon bake while at the park. This wonderful experience includes salmon, prime rib, and all the trimmings.
If this is half as good as it looks, I'm going to enjoy it.
Don't worry about the bill. Have another serving. We'll take care of it. Oh, did I mention they have a show, too? The Palace Saloon Show includes its audience in this good-natured frontier frolic that offers a rollicking look at the past and present traditions of our largest state. Just look at this packed house. The show is loads of fun and is often sold out. But you guessed it, we've taken care of everything, as you will be attending the best show in Alaska. We'll be sure you have breakfast this morning before transferring you to the Fairbanks Airport for your return trip back home. Loaded down with marvelous memories, you will bid a sad farewell to your new friends on what has become the most special vacation of your life.
Because they were way up there.
We're pleased to invite you to join us on the most unique and very best customized cruise tour program in existence to America's last frontier. Discover Alaska has assembled hotels, restaurants, sightseeing tours, a cruise, and special events into a unique and complete Alaska experience, just not available anywhere else. And our more than 40 years experience assures you of the finest quality, with value pricing that has made us America's #1 travel company to Alaska. If you've done your homework, and we're confident that you have, you know that no other company can compete with Discover Alaska when you match an apple with an apple. Let's list all the extras that are included in this fabulous Discover Alaska package just one more time. We want you to have a worry-free vacation, so we've included knowledgeable and experienced Discover Alaska tour managers and hired guides to make sure everything runs smoothly. We'll take care of your luggage from the time you arrive at your Vancouver hotel until the time you leave for your return flights home. You will enjoy deluxe accommodations at the Fairmont Hotel, voted the world's most luxurious airport hotel. It's connected to the airport, so there's no loading, unloading, and bus rides after your day of traveling. As you check into your hotel, stop by the Discover Alaska desk located in the lobby and meet your Vancouver tour manager. After a good night's sleep, we've arranged a full day of sightseeing via BC Ferry to Victoria on Vancouver Island, which includes admission to the world-famous Bouchard Gardens. A half-day tour of Vancouver, including Stanley Park, Elizabeth Gardens, Chinatown, Gastown, and finally Canada Place, where you will embark on your cruise ship, a fabulous floating resort. Cruise 8 days and 7 nights. Remember, only Discover Alaska offers this customized program aboard Royal Caribbean Tour Ketchikan, including fascinating Totem Bight State Park. Visit Icy Strait Point and explore the oldest wilderness port in Alaska. You will visit Juneau, Alaska's capital, including a tour to Mendenhall Glacier and a local fish hatchery. Enjoy the historic tour of Skagway. It's like stepping back in time in this colorful gold rush town. And remember that all these ports of call, Discover Alaska has allowed time for many optional tours, such as whale watching, float plane flight seeing, dog sledding, taking a helicopter to walk atop a glacier, horseback riding, wilderness adventures, rainforest zip lines, salmon or river fishing, and much more. Discover Alaska even offers some optional tours not available through the cruise lines. Be sure to check them out on our website, discoveralaska.biz. Visit Hubbard Glacier, the largest glacier in North America. Enjoy an extensive tour of Anchorage, including the world's largest floatplane airport and the Alaska Native Heritage Center. Have lunch in Anchorage at the Sourdough Mining Company and a full-course dinner at the Snow Goose Restaurant and Sleeping Lady Brewing Company, a favorite eating spot for Anchorage residents with spectacular views. Stay at the first-class Sheraton Hotel in Anchorage, including a hearty breakfast. Enjoy spectacular wilderness scenery as you travel from Anchorage to Denali National Park on the deluxe Alaska Railroad domed double-decker train cars, including an excellent lunch cooked to your order. While in Denali, enjoy the cabin night dinner and show. Seating is limited, but we've made your reservations. Spend the night in Denali at the Grand Denali Lodge, including a hearty American breakfast. Take the 4-hour Denali Natural History Tour, where you'll learn all about this fantastic national park. Or if you want more opportunities to observe wildlife, for an additional $50, you can take the extended 7 to 8 hour Tundra Wilderness Tour, which goes deeper into the park. After the tour, enjoy lunch at the popular Prospector's Historic Ale House. From Denali National Park, our luxury motor coach will take you to Fairbanks by way of Nenana and the Alaska Railroad Museum. Remember, Discover Alaska includes a guide in addition to the driver to assure the very best experience. 2 nights in Fairbanks at the outstanding Wedgwood Resort, Wildlife Reserve, Bird Sanctuary, and Automobile Museum. Dinner and 2 full American breakfasts are included at the resort. Enjoy a gold mine sightseeing tour, including panning for gold. And remember, you strike gold, it's yours to keep.
I got my gold.
Lunch at Fairbanks' #1 restaurant. We have also included a paddle wheel riverboat cruise to a sled dog demonstration and to an Athabascan Indian camp exhibit. In the evening, you'll visit Pioneer Park, where you'll enjoy a wonderful salmon bake, complete with prime rib and all the trimmings. And finally, the wild and raucous Palace Theater Show. There is one last extra we've added to this total experience, and it may be the most valuable of them all. If you choose to protect your investment and to have peace of mind throughout your entire trip, the insurance policy we offer is one of the very best policies in the industry. This plan not only covers trip cancellation, but also includes trip interruption, trip delay, and emergency medical and dental, baggage coverage, baggage delay, travel delay, emergency medical transportation, and includes 24-hour hotline assistance. We highly recommend that you protect your investment with travel insurance. Once you book with Discover Alaska, your price for this cruise tour will never increase. The cruise lines and airlines do, however, reserve the right to add a fuel surcharge. Booking this tour is as easy as 1, 2, and 3. Please start by picking out your departure date, the cruise line and cabin category you desire, and its cost. This information is available in the packet we provided to you or on our website, discoveralaska.biz. If you have any questions, please feel free to call and ask. We'll assist you in any way we can. Second, fill out the easy application we've provided. You'll be amazed how easy this really is. Third, make your deposit by check or credit card. That's it. Easy as 1, 2, 3. Even if there is a price increase later, your deposit locks in your price. And booking early assures that you won't hear, "Sorry, that date is sold out." Other companies just can't compete with our long track record of reliability. Discover Alaska has been sending travelers to Alaska for over 40 years. We are the nation's oldest, largest, and most inclusive cruise tour company to America's last frontier. And because of our sales volume, we receive special services and pricing, which we pass on to you. Now that you know the Discover Alaska program, we are sure that you agree there is no better way to get the total experience to Alaska.